Hello everyone, this is Cindy and I want to show you how I prepare little golden books for being junk journals. Now a lot of people will will just cut this part off. This is, in a regular book this might be the spine, but little golden books, they're out like this. The pages go all the way to the end and all the way to this end. So if you cut this part off, then your pages are a little bit long. And there's different ways you can deal with that. You can cut it off, the pages off. You can fold some in, or you can, a lot of people do something with this part of the book, and it probably wouldn't hurt to do that because, there's not much here that you would miss because it's up in that where it's stapled. There's a staple here. So just different ways to deal with it. But here's the way I've dealt with it because just the way I had seen someone do it a long time ago. And it's kind of the long way, hard way to do it. But what's nice about this is you can keep the full length of the page. You don't have to fold anything or do anything like that. So I've already taken these apart. Did this last night while watching TV. I don't know that I'll get to all those books this season, but at least the covers will be ready. So here's what you do. And I use some sort of, X-Acto knife with a blade. You probably can just use like a pen or something and not have to use the blade if you didn't have one, but just something to kind of tear that paper back where you can see the staple. And I only have one shot to do this on film, and it could be a disaster. I don't even see the staple there. You can kind of see where it's at because it bumps up. So I think it's around there somewhere. Let's try this one. This is a newer book, I think, and not sure if it uses as big as staples as the older ones. Okay, so it's kind of uncovered there. You can barely see it. I doubt you guys can see it. And then on this side, you can see where the hump is, where the back of the staple. So just give it a little paper, a little cut. And this time it's much more important that you see the staple because you're going to try to bend up those two. Here we go. Okay, I don't know if I can. I know you can't see it from way down there, but maybe you can see the staple right there. Now what I'm going to do, and you should do it away from yourself, is try to pry one of those legs up. There we go. So that one's up. Let's make sure you can see that. See, I pulled that one up. And if you can get both of them up, that's better. But it's not essential because there's been a few I couldn't get the second one up. Okay, now, next thing you do is either take your screwdriver, and you can see my screwdriver has been through it. It's been through a lot of stuff. Try to push at least one of these legs towards the front. That's why it kind of helps to have that paper off the staple so that there's some room for it to move out. So, boy, I still don't see that staple on this side. It's either I have just got at the edge of it, maybe. Okay, so we're going to try pushing this just a little bit. There we go. You see how it popped in there? See, there. Okay, better view. All right, now that means we can get in there with our needle nose pliers, grab that, and we pulled one leg out, and then in order to get the other one, you just grip the staple right at the book, and then you can just turn it, and it pulls it out. Okay, let's try again. All right, so we're going to slit near the staple, pull the paper back. All right, this one's easier. You can see the staple there, and then I'm going to pry my screwdriver under there and then try it from this way. Good, those work pretty easy. Now, I think I've got it uncovered enough on that side. Just grab one of the legs and I'm going to try this one so I won't poke myself. I'm trying to do it up here where you guys can see. The first few you do, you might be a little, awkward at it, but once you get going, and this wouldn't be near as hard if I wasn't trying to do it standing up. And under the camera, I bent it over. And sometimes, like I said, they don't want to come through. There, I got that one. Okay, you can see it. It's right there. Okay, now we'll grab that. And just pull that staple out. And then I just very gently take my X-Acto knife and start cutting this paper here. Usually you can kind of get a slit. And, oh, that fell right out. That's interesting. Like I said, newer book, maybe not as good at glue. Okay, that's the first signature, and that's the second one, and I keep them intact. Okay, now, what do I do next? All right, this is where it gets messy. Let me get rid of my tools. Like I said, this is definitely the longer, harder way to do it, but it may be just the way you would prefer it. If you want to use the whole page. Okay, got some crinkly, noisy paper here. All right, I saw someone do this, like I said, I think I said earlier, on YouTube a long time ago, and I don't remember who it was, no clue, but anyway, someone else's idea. Fabri-Tac, and I've got some other glue here I thought I might try, but Fabri-Tac. And in that divot, and on this newer book, it's not as easy to tell, so let's go to this other one, Jingle Bells. You can really see that divot there, and that's where the fold's at. We're going to stiffen that by putting some string in there that's been saturated with glue. And then when it dries, it stiffens up that whole front. So that what we'll end up doing is putting a fabric spine on it, creating a chipboard spine with fabric, and take the fabric and come on over this, and it will cover up this string so you won't see it, but yet it stiffens it up. So, let's see, I haven't used my Fabri-Tac in a while. I mean, not my Fabri-Tac, my tacky glue in a while. I think you probably could use Fabri-Tac. I just have always used the tacky glue for some reason, and maybe I'll try one of each in this process since I have plenty of covers to experiment with. So I haven't used this in a while, so it's going to be real. I should have had it turned upside down. Oh boy, it's going to be a while. So while we're waiting on that, why don't I go ahead and try it with the Fabri-Tac, and we'll see how it goes. So basically you're going, oh, the string, it's cotton yarn. So I would not use acrylic yarn because I don't think it absorbs the glue as well. I would definitely use cotton. I'm trying to see where it says this is cotton. And I can just tell by the feel it's cotton. But if you have some of this around, you'll know what it is. If you don't, just it's sold by the regular yarn. It's just in different smaller skeins, and it's actually, I don't know, it's not the cheapest stuff to buy, but you use it if you're making like dishcloths or things like that for the kitchen. You're crocheting them because you want something that will absorb the water better. Okay, now I'm just going to put this in here. I'm going to try to smash it down as best we can because I want it in that groove, not on top of the groove. Yeah, the Fabri-Tac works pretty good because it dries much faster. Okay, and it peels off your hands better. So you just gotta watch the oozing there. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside, and I will just set it aside pretty much 24 hours just to be on the safe side. So we'll do one more. And just cut me some yarn. This just happened to be Christmas yarn, or cotton yarn. I was looking for some. I have a bunch of it stored, and this just happened to be the first one I found, and I thought that's perfect because it's Christmas Christmas journals. Oh, these pinkies are dull. So we just use Christmas yarn for them. And I cut it too short, didn't I? Nope, I barely made it. Okay, hope I'm in the frame. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit if I can. Oops, I gotta zoom back out. Okay, that's a little closer. Okay. So I'm just gluing, putting the glue down here, and I'm being very generous with it. Because like I said, this will be covered up by fabric, so I don't have to worry about it if it oozes out. Just stretch that along there. Get it in the groove, then I'm going to go back, try to smooth it down a little bit. I'll take the excess glue with me. Okay, that is not bad at all. I like the Fabri-Tac better, I think, than the tacky glue. So that's what I'm going to use on the rest of them, I guess. So anyway, I thank you guys for watching, and I'm just going to do the rest of these, and I'll let them dry, and maybe I'll finish this video tomorrow and just show you what it looks like dried. So I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi everyone, this is Cindy, and I just wanted to tell you real quick, I've discovered that on these newer books, since the divot is not very deep on the front, I'm just going to turn it over and do it on the inside. Now, if I discover later that the ones I've already done, like I did a newer one on the front, I can always put it on both sides. If I think one of them hasn't tightened up enough or is not stiff enough, then I can just glue a string on both sides, and it'll make it a whole lot more stiffer. Now that just means you have more time invested in that, but still it's going to be worth it in the end. So I just thought I'd go ahead and do this other one real quick on the inside. And on the Fabri-Tac, I've discovered that I put one down and then just kind of press it in there a little bit. It's just get it straight and make sure it's in that little groove. Then I go back over the top of it with some glue, and this is pretty generous. Maybe it doesn't need to be quite that generous, but this way that string gets really saturated, and that's just really going to help it stiffen up. And then when you press it down, it really gets into that groove. I know it's going to be hard for you guys to see that, but that second pass with the glue just really helps flatten it out. And then you have to worry about sticking your fingers to it. So, okay, so anyway, that's what I was going to show you, and I will show you these when they're finished. So talk to you later. Bye. Hi everyone, it's the next day, and these strings are very dry, and I just wanted to show you, this is one of the newer ones, and well, it doesn't matter that it's new or not. This is with one string on the front, and I didn't put one on the back, just to show you. You can kind of see it's a little wobbly, and I wanted to show you, there's the back, that compared to one that's got two strings, one on the front and one on the back. It's a lot stiffer, and I know it's hard. It's something you really can't see on camera, but to me it's worth going and just when these are a little bit dry, and you can turn it over and just do the back side again with another string. So just thought I would show you, and I've got them all done except for this one that I wanted to show you, and I don't know if you can just see how stiff that is. So I've got 6 covers almost ready to go. I just need to get spines on them on fabric, and then I'll have my work cut out for me getting all this Christmas stuff done. So I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.